A lot of my work looks at history, and I use and deploy history to talk about our present, and also the connection between how the past both sets the stage for the present, but also how it resides in the present in new form. And so this project in the civil rights space was actually really important, and it was part of what they called an anti-lynching campaign. But what does it mean that you need an anti-lynching campaign? And so I knew that at the height of lynching, the figures, there were about 1,700 people killed in a decade by the police. Well, currently the police kill about 1,100 people a year. So it's about 5 times the rate as were killed during the height of lynching. And so I updated this project. And this was taking this work from an activist space, putting it out in front of an art gallery. But then my work, gets taken up in various forms. And so this was in front of the Jack Shainman Gallery in New York. But then it gets onto the front page in the NewYorkTimes.com. So a lot of people see my work in that context. And then from that context, it goes into the Whitney Museum. And so my work shows on street corners, my work shows in museums, my work shows in galleries. And that different context, I value all of those audiences, and it's all important. This is what is the proper way to display a US flag, and I will show you a detail of the photo montage in a second. But for right now, know that there's a photo montage at the top that has the text that's the title of the work, what is the proper way to display a US flag. Below that are books on shelves that were originally blank that people could write responses to that question, and below that is a 3x5 foot American flag that people had the option of standing on as they wrote their responses. This is a detail of the photo montage, and it shows South Korean students burning American flags, holding signs saying, "Yankee, go home, son of a bitch." And below that are coffins coming back from Vietnam and a troop transport draped in the American flag.